Hi guys, this is Mrs. Kleiman from Mrs. Kleiman's YouTube channel, and we're going to recap what we did last Wednesday on the naked egg. Hope you remember this. We're going to now look at the eggs that I put in vinegar. They were raw eggs that we put in vinegar on Saturday night, and so it took about 3 days for the eggs to become gelatinous like this. Okay, so And you may have noticed that the egg expanded in the initial vinegar solution when you dissolved the shell. This is because the vinegar has a higher concentration of water than inside of the egg. So I have 3 different solutions. I have corn syrup, which we dyed it with red food coloring. I have salt water that we dyed with purple food coloring, and then I dyed lemonade from the grocery store green. So Max, come on over, and you're going to drop each one very carefully into the jars. Okay, I'm going to set this down. Let it careful. Okay, and hold on, we want to cover it all the way so that it's completely soaked. Okay, go ahead and hold on, let me help you. Hold on, go ahead. Dude, carefully. Okay, and then finally, here you go. So this is the one that we soaked in,
Okay, keep going.
This is the one that we soaked in salt water, and as you can tell, we added some purple food coloring, so initially they were yellow. Notice how squishy it is, and it also bounces. Okay, so this green egg is the one that we soaked in the lemonade, and we dyed it green just so that it was something other than yellow, and I wanted to show you that it bounces. These two are about the same size, the one that we soaked in salt water and the one that we soaked in lemon. The membrane of the cell, in this case the egg, is semi-permeable, meaning that the small particles can go in and out of the cell while large particles stay out. Water and other nutrients and food coloring are small enough to travel in and out of the cell when the concentration of water in the cell is different from the concentration of water outside the cell. The water will move either in or out. Go. Our final egg is the one that we soaked in caro syrup, and that is what it looks like now. If you touch it, it is not bouncy. In fact, it's almost limp. So there's a lot more sugar than there's water in here, and you can actually see the yolk still. Okay, and so to prove to you that they are actually eggs, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rehydrate this one. Okay, so Osmosis explains why the egg and the corn syrup shriveled up. Corn syrup has a very low concentration of water in it, so some of the water from inside the egg travels through the membrane into the corn syrup, making the eggshell shrink. Cells let things like chemicals and other stuff in and out of its cell through the cell membrane, and so I'm going to show you the cell membrane, and by doing that I'm going to cut the egg, and you're going to see that it is actually a raw egg. Woo, that was pretty fast. Okay, and so what you see here is the water. This is the colored water that got into the egg. Okay, this right here is actually the egg, and it's actually, if I could move that away, somehow you can see that the actual egg is not colored. It's still yellowish white inside. Same with the yolk. This is the membrane. This is a cell membrane, and this is what's what chemicals and stuff like that pass through. Okay, so this would be like the cell membrane. Plant cells and animal cells have cell membranes. So we're going to clean this up. We're going to put the sugared egg that we dehydrated into the fridge so that it can rehydrate and soak up back water. And I will talk to you soon. This is an egg from last night. It's the one that was soaked in corn syrup, and now it's back to normal. If you actually look inside of it, you can see the liquid moving around in there again. And so it's bouncy, and it's all back to normal. I miss you, and I'll talk to you soon. Do some IXL.